good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, we got some very interesting news. As Olympic bronze medalist, former WBC American heavyweight world champion, superstar boxer, Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder, 42 wins, 1 loss, 1 draw, 41 big wins by way of knockout. He himself was stopped one time in his career. He is 35 years of age, stands at 6'7" with an 83-inch arm reach. He will be going into his highly anticipated trilogy match with undefeated two-time heavyweight world champion British superstar boxer TYSON the Gypsy King Fury. 30 wins, no losses, 1 draw, 21 wins by way of knockout. He is 32 years of age, stands at 6'9" with an 85-inch arm reach. That fight is scheduled to take place for a rescheduled date of October 9th. It was originally scheduled to take place July 24th, but Tyson Fury reportedly tested positive for C19 and the fight had to be postponed. Las Vegas, Nevada, T-Mobile Arena. With that said, everybody sees Deontay Wilder with his new trainer, former American heavyweight star title contender Malik King Scott, who had an impressive resume himself in his career. He never won the world champion. He never won the world title, but he definitely had a respectable career with 38 wins, 3 losses, 1 draw, 13 wins by way of knockout. 2 times in his career, he was stopped in his career. He stood at 6'5" with an 81-inch arm reach. One of those times he was stopped in his career, oddly enough, was to Deontay Wilder. With that said, I know people are going to point to and say, well, he had 43 fights in his career, and he only had 13 knockouts. Well, that should be just what the doctors ordered when it comes to him and Deontay Wilder, because Deontay Wilder naturally already has God-gifted, natural abilities to, knock his opponents out. But when it comes to the skill side and the, discipline and the things of that nature, that's where Malik Scott comes in. Now, we know Deontay Wilder is already a skilled boxer. Let the masters tell you, they'll tell you Deontay Wilder is not skilled. You don't win Olympic bronze medals if you're not skilled boxer, and you don't stop a heavyweight title contender superstar boxer like Chris Arreola with a jab if you don't have any boxing skills. But they need to be fine-tuned. He needs to go back to the basics. He was able to get through his opponents with just 1 punch. And Deontay Wilder, he's on record as stating these boxers have to be perfect for 12 rounds. I only have to be perfect for 12 seconds, right? And that bodes to be true. But when you fight certain levels and certain guys, you need to be versatile, okay? You can't just look for 1 punch. And now Malik Scott, who is a pure boxer throughout his career, that's what he knows. He's a student and a historian of the sport of boxing, of the game. So he understands what it takes to win fights when you're not just looking for 1 punch, or if you just don't have the ability to land 1 punch and knock your opponents out, and you still have the technical skills and IQ to get through fights and win fights. Deontay Wilder has 2 of the main ingredients to be successful in the trilogy match. He has the power, we already know, the uncanny power to knock his opponent out. He has the highest knockout ratio in the history of the sport of boxing, so we already know he possesses the power. And another thing that he possesses that goes unnoticed is that he's arguably one of the best conditioned athletes in all of sports, not just in the sport of boxing. So he carries his power throughout 12 rounds, and he has that power. So those are the 2 main ingredients he already has. It's coming down to fine-tuning. And Deontay Wilder and his sparring partners are saying that this is a whole different Deontay Wilder from what we used to. Now Deontay Wilder is focusing on everything but his power. Okay, Deontay Wilder is focusing on his skill set. Deontay Wilder is focusing on, as Deontay Wilder stated, and as his sparring partner stating, looking to break Tyson Fury down, then knock him out. Malik Scott pays very, very close attention to detail. Malik Scott is saying that, he don't believe that it's going to go past 5 to 6 rounds, simply because Deontay Wilder's attention to detail and Malik Scott's attention to detail. And Malik Scott, he stated that Tyson Fury is very, very beatable. And the fact that now Deontay Wilder is incorporating and going back to his grassroots and incorporating the pure boxing part of the sport of boxing. We already know he possesses the power when he sees the opening, and we already know he has the condition. But the feints, the head movement, the movement itself, the attention to using your jab and controlling the pace of the fight, using your jab, going to the body of Tyson Fury, breaking Tyson Fury down. And that seems to be the game plan for Deontay Wilder going into this fight. Deontay Wilder's at a two-inch height disadvantage. Tyson Fury is 6'8", he's 6'7". Tyson Fury has an 85-inch arm reach, he has an 83-inch arm reach. So Tyson Fury is 2 inches taller with a 2-inch arm reach advantage over Deontay Wilder. But what Tyson Fury doesn't possess is the stamina that Deontay Wilder possesses, and he doesn't have the power that Deontay Wilder possesses. Those are the two major adjustments, and those are the two major ingredients that are just naturally God gifted to Deontay Wilder that Tyson Fury has to work on. And now that you're incorporating the attention to detail is why John Fury, father of Tyson Fury, is concerned and saying that Deontay Wilder has already made adjustments going into this trilogy match. And if we using that lethargic, just plod forward game plan that we used in the second fight without any head movement, without adding any nuances, right? He says Deontay Wilder is going to knock my son out. And so Tyson Fury, he's even admitting on record, and he stated Deontay Wilder will eventually land something big and revert back into his old self that I fought in the first two fights. Give me an opening, and then I'll take advantage of it. Okay? That's what Tyson Fury said. So Tyson Fury, he even admits that Deontay Wilder is a completely different guy. And so Big John Fury is concerned that, Deontay Wilder adjustments made and the lack of adjustments made on the part of Tyson Fury is going to cost Tyson Fury the fight. Not to mention Tyson Fury is distracted. He has issues going on with his daughter, who is now healthy and out of the hospital. He wasn't in training camp. He had to relocate. The fight was postponed. And John Fury says he was focused on a fight with his fellow countryman, two-time unified heavyweight world champion, British superstar boxer Anthony Joshua, and not Deontay Wilder. And Big John Fury, he stated that he would like Tyson Fury to essentially pull out the fight. Well, Deontay Wilder, that is just the game plan that he's employing, just what the doctor ordered. Deontay Wilder is employing the game plan in which he's stating that he's looking to break Tyson Fury down and then get him out of there. He's not looking to land one punch. And his sparring partner, he admits that Deontay Wilder stated that may have been a mistake when I stated that everybody has to be perfect for 12 rounds. I only have to be perfect for 12 seconds. And that is correct, because this is the heavyweight division and anything can happen. It can happen in reverse. And so now we know the asterisk by the second fight. But when you look at the first fight, it was more competitive when people lead you to believe, if you really truly watch the fight. And so now Deontay Wilder, they told the world he has no boxing skills. He's only a one-trick pony. He can only land the right hand. Well, now we see that Deontay Wilder is incorporating a completely different game plan. Sometimes you need change, okay? Maybe it was the entire situation with him and his longtime trainer that he parted ways with, Mark Breland. The fact that they parted ways revised his career, revised his thinking, right? It got him to go back to the basics. And now he's with somebody in Malik Scott, who is very, very adamant about paying very close attention to detail within the sport of boxing. Foot placement. Why are you placing your foot there? Hand placement. Why are you placing your hands there? Using your jab. Why are you using your jab? Controlling the pace of the fight. Understanding not just to do things, but why you're doing it. And those attention to details is what's going to see Deontay Wilder be victorious against Tyson Fury, because he has all the tools. He's more athletic than Tyson Fury. He has better conditioning than Tyson Fury. He has more power than Tyson Fury. Now you incorporate the little attention to details, the little nuances, to use your jab, to not get flustered, to not, get in a place where you get overzealous and you looking to land a big punch. Don't be patient, but don't be too patient. Use your jab, hide the right hand. These are things that Malik Scott is incorporating. That's the reason why Deontay Wilder is stating that I'm not looking to land one punch. I'm looking to break Tyson Fury down and then knock him out. So Malik Scott saying that he believes the fight is not going to go past 5 or 6 rounds is because Tyson Fury is going to be completely flustered, in my opinion. He's going to be completely flustered, in my opinion, when he sees a new revamped Deontay Wilder. When he sees that Deontay Wilder is not just in there looking to land one punch. Deontay Wilder is looking to use his jab to the body, utilize head movement, utilize movement in itself, right? He's going to, not be a stationary target, not just ply forward, not be flat-footed. Those are things that Tyson Fury is not going to be used to. He's not going to expect that from Deontay Wilder, okay? And even if he does expect it, when he gets in the ring, it's a whole different ball game and trying to deal with it, because you still subconsciously in the back of your mind have to be very, very wary and concerned about him landing that one punch. So even if he's distracting you with his boxing ability, using a jab, going to the body, utilizing head movement, moving around the ring, those things are distracting you. And now you're thinking about how to slow him down. Now you're playing chess. And don't forget that he has the ultimate equalizer. That all he has to do is land one punch. It's like playing a game of chess, but the king piece, he has a king piece that can be super kinged. Remember in checkers where you could stack up the main piece and you could fly all around the board? See, Deontay Wilder has that piece, the king piece, that he could just move it all around the board that you can't move. It's the ultimate equalizer, right? But now he's making you play a thinking man's game on top of it, and you know that he's still, if nothing else, he has that ultimate super piece where he could just fly it around the ring. So you have to be concerned around that super piece that he has, that super chess king piece, that he could just move around the board and go any which way. There is no rules to it. It could clip you and knock you out without landing flush. There's no rules to that super king piece. See, all the other pieces on the board have to follow the rules. That piece doesn't have to follow the rules. It goes out the boundaries, but you don't have that piece. So now you're worrying about him just outthinking you on the chessboard, not knowing if he's going to ever use that piece. That's concerning. So I can't wait to see how this plays out October 9th. Make sure you hit the like button. Drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue, Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button. Hit the bell icon to get all the new notifications. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shout out to the entire LDBC. Shout out to New Media. Shout out to Black Media Row. Make sure you like and share these videos. That's all I got for y'all. Peace.
Oh, it is your boy Jaden Kiss. Make sure you check out Blue Blood Sports TV. It's going down.